Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone to tonight's webinar. This is going to be a little bit different than last week's webinar. What I'm trying to do is actually, I'm kind of honing the webinar for my talk in, I guess what you would say, I'm going to be in Orlando and I'm going to be in Rhode Island. And I've got to get this down to about 30 minutes in order to fit into the format for both of those venues. Of course, I'll be around before and after my talk, so I'll be able to answer questions and do all that. But I'm trying to make it as meaningful as possible within that 30-minute period and share a lot of information. So hopefully it's either going to be in the format the way it was last week, or it's going to be in this format. You all tell me which way works best for you. The other recording is up on YouTube, and of course I'm going to have this format up on YouTube as well. So I'm starting at 9:05, so it's probably going to go into about 9:35, or hopefully maybe I can keep it in under 30 minutes, and that would shock everybody if I was able to actually keep it under 30 minutes. So let me just make sure I'm not getting any more messages here before we get started. Okay, great. Everything seems to be working. So let's get started. What I'm going to be actually sharing at these events is how to build your, I guess how you're going to build your team, how you're going to build customers, and all that, using a cold market. So there's a lot of different ways to obviously approach people. There's a lot of different ways to present. This card is really designed as a presentation tool. And I'm going to start actually by sharing a little bit of background. That's why I'm calling this the boardroom. So what was my proof of concept? How did I get to where I am right now, and really excited about sharing this whole opportunity, or this whole technology piece as part of our Keyvana opportunity. And so this is where I actually started, with a proof of concept. This is anytime you're building anything in corporate America, I'm very comfortable, very confident in a boardroom. And this is basically what you need to do. You need to go into the boardroom, and I guess if you've kind of seen there's a show on TV with all the billionaires that sit there and they kind of decide whether or not they're going to decide if they're going to invest in something. And this stuff goes on all the time in a boardroom. So you have to basically go in and say, okay, this is my concept, and this is the reason why I believe as a company we should invest the time and money into this particular project. So I always approach things the same way. If you put something out there and it doesn't make sense to people, they're not going to buy into it. So what I did was I actually posted some ads on, it was actually on Craigslist, to see what the adoption or the acceptance rate was going to be for the concept of a mobile business card. And I was really shocked at how quickly, just over the last 2 years, things had changed. Now, I do this pretty regularly, so I do know how to play in this space. And what I was doing, it's very important to consider what I was doing and why I was doing it. It wasn't to grow the business. It was to see if people would be open to this form of presentation. So I ran the ad for approximately 3 weeks in 3 markets in Florida, and I also tested it in Dallas. So I wanted to kind of hit a couple of different markets to see what the response was going to be. And I was really shocked. I had over 450 responses. Actually, I just found that number today. I went back into the database and pulled the statistics, because it was actually, there were other people involved. My personal, I think I was in 290-something responses. But overall, we had 450 responses over 3 different Keyvana business owners. Each respondent had to enter their full name, email address, and mobile phone number in order to get counted in this. I had other responses as well because it was in Craigslist and it looked like a job posting. Some people would actually send me a resume, or they just simply didn't follow the standard format. I didn't count those. I was looking to see who was going to basically go to my ad, this is the actual ad, who was going to go to this ad, click through to a landing page that I had put together, which was designed for mobile, and actually go in and put their information in and sign up for a free card. And that 400 number was actually the number of people that were willing to click through and put their information in, and those were real people. If it came back that the email address was bad, or it looked like they had put in a phony name or something like that, I deleted those cards immediately, because it wasn't worth following up with those people at all. So this was the ad that I said, I had done a couple of small variations to this, but basically this is what we did. We did fun, easy, fun, flexible, earn money sharing a free business card. That was the title. And then it was, you could see I have some basic things that I had highlighted here. Free mobile business card, no selling, picking up, or delivering. We were looking for freelancers. We had put in $120,000 or more in annual commissions for our top freelancers, paid weekly. So it's just some of the high points of working and building this business. We didn't go in and actually do anything that was outrageous. I mean, we kind of hit the realities of this business. You get paid on commissions, use your mobile phone, true time freedom, work where you want, when you want. And I did try to connect a little bit into the sharing economy, which is people that are shopping, driving, or completing tasks for other people. So I did try to hit some of those people. Not a lot of, I was kind of surprised, not a lot of those types of people that are already in that economy did follow up, or if they did, they just weren't really interested in this. Bare minimum requirements, you have to be able to have a mobile phone, messaging and internet, all this stuff. So this was the ad that I used, and so those were the responses. Now, I took a quick screenshot. You can see this is June 28th. I actually started running this ad about the middle of June, the exact same time that we launched this in New York was the same time. I waited till that weekend to actually run this ad. So this corresponded with the Ignite event in New York. So it's not like I had a big jump on anybody else, coming in to build the business. I did all this stuff on purpose, so it's a square footing for everyone. And you can start seeing, I mean, literally the ad hit here, and that same day, overnight, basically, I had 52 people that had filled in their information. Just that, you could see that's just how quick this was happening. And then people were actually clicking through. There were different stages of the opt-in. Also, I was at certain points, I was actually sending them to my Kivana page, to the contacts link on my Kivana page. And I had a large number of leads that had actually come through there, where they were actually getting right through to the Kivana page, because I wanted to see, once they found out that this was network marketing, what was going to happen at that point once they figured out it was network marketing. And you can see people were actually creating leads on my Kivana page. So they were getting through to that point, seeing that this was network marketing, there were products involved, and still filling out the rest of, redoing their application again. So people giving me their information on the application, they were re-entering their information in my Kivana leads. That's how excited people were about, this being able to build in a mobile business environment. So at that point, I realized that we did have a proof of concept that this was something that was going to be fairly large, and it was worth it for us, now to start pushing forward and building systems around this card. The ad was not to enroll. I want to make that clear. So, if you were fiercely writing that down, I would not keep that ad. It was not designed to enroll IBOs. It was targeting job seekers. And I don't know what anyone else's experience has been with Craigslist, but I mean, ultimately, I had to go through tons and tons of people on Craigslist just to find a couple of good people, because people are coming to Craigslist with the idea that they're looking for a job. They're looking for a paycheck, and this really is not a paycheck position. This is something for business owners. So I have not ever had a huge success with Craigslist. I have had people enroll from Craigslist, but again, I had to go through lots and lots of people, to find those couple of gold nuggets in that. So I've got a couple of people down in Miami right now that are building the business, and they did come through Craigslist. So you can do it. It's very, very difficult, and you have to go through a lot of people, because the people that are going there are not going there to get a business. They're going there looking for a job and a consistent paycheck. It was designed, just really to see if people were going to accept this whole mobile business opportunity. And the competition, that's why I just want to warn you, competition has already knows that was running, and they've already gone out there and complained about the ad and basically got the ad shut down. So if that ad goes back up, the competition is going to go out there. They're going to find the ad and they're going to shut it down fairly quickly. So if you're going to do that type of ad on Craigslist, just change it up. I want to just jump into now that I've kind of given you that proof of concept, I just want to jump back now into what we're really trying to accomplish with the card. This is not our opportunity. Our opportunity, I know there's people out there that are building an opportunity based on the card. That's great. That's what they're doing, but this is not our opportunity. We're using the card to grab attention, to share a product or opportunity. We're trying to collect contact information, set a follow-up, and then collect a decision. Really, that's what we're using this card to accomplish. We're not using this to, in order to enroll people into a business card. So we have to make sure we get that focus correctly. I mean, our opportunity is Kivana. It's moving products through the network. That's how we get paid. Now, your prospect has a completely different objective. Okay, their objective is to save time, to cut down unnecessary noise, and to focus on what's important to them. When you're approaching somebody, what's important to them most likely is not what's important to you, which is you're approaching somebody hoping to get them either to purchase your product or to join you in the company. At that moment in time, that person probably isn't focused on either one of those things. I mean, you got a 99.99% chance that that's not where their mindset is. So the first thing we're looking to do is break through the noise and get them into a space, basically, where they're going to be open and willing to take a look at what we're doing. MiCrd is really based on something that I learned years ago, which is situational prospecting. When you can get comfortable with situational prospecting, ultimately everyone that you approach becomes a prospect. Because you're not waiting for a specific thing to happen in a conversation. You're not looking for the perfect opportunity to bring up your business. Ultimately, what you're doing is you're joining the flow of a conversation or positioning yourself in a way that you can share your business over and over again. And the people who are highly successful in this business, ultimately it comes down to one talent, and that's being able to situationally prospect people based on what's going on at that moment in their life. So what I call this is kind of like joining the conversation already in progress. So you're joining this person in the flow, their normal flow of what's going on, and then kind of dropping in, an additional piece of information. And when you're able to do that successfully, you're going to see the way that your business grows is going to change dramatically. Versus, what we see. A good example is people trying to force a conversation on social media by constantly dropping their product on their page. Buy my product, buy my product, buy my product. And then they're like, geez, I'm not having any success at all, and then they drop out of the business. If you could kind of drop into somebody else's conversation that's already in progress and then do it in a way where you can share the business at the same time, you're going to see all of a sudden people are going to be open to what you're saying, and it's not because of something that you're doing. It's basically you're joining them in something that they're already doing, so of course they're going to be open to what you're doing. And of course, in today's environment, we need to give people exactly what they want, exactly when they want it, and we want to stay away from, we used to call this diarrhea mouth or things like that, oversharing. We don't want to confuse them with extra details. So I'm going to actually share 4 different methods here for situational prospecting using the card. Method 1, just sharing the straight business card. Okay, if you're out there and you're talking to people, what's going to happen is 9 out of 10 times, they're going to say to you, do you have a brochure or do you have a business card? And the last thing that they're expecting is that you're going to be able to deliver that information directly to them in their mobile phone, because people are not in that mind state yet. That is going to change. The more that we go out there and build the business using a business card, people are going to now all of a sudden, they're going to become, that's the reason why I've got 4 different ways to do this, because this will become one of those red alert things. People are going to stop asking for brochures and business cards if you're able to get into if they think you're going to be able to get into their mobile phone and deliver it to them. So right now we're in kind of that sweet spot, that golden opportunity, where people aren't expecting that you're going to deliver this right to their phone, or that the ultimate end game of this is going to be you're going to have a way to get contact with them pretty regularly, because you're going to get them into one place that you can guarantee they're going to be focused. So this is kind of a sweet spot right now, and method number 1 is still widely available. People are going to say to you, okay, well, can you give me a business card or can you give me a brochure? And you're going to say, absolutely, we've gone green, and this is just one way that, we share the business. I can send it right to your phone. So we don't have paper business cards anymore. That's kind of passé. Let me send it right to your phone, and you can text your MiCrd right to them through your messenger. So you don't have to get fancy with all the extra features and things like that built into MiCrd. This works on every mobile phone ever designed, because every single one of them does have a messenger built into it. Now, I do have to share that, this disclaimer that some people do have these contracts where they pay per text message or they pay per data and things like that. That is going to be over and above. Even though this card is free, if you're texting people and you're paying per text, keep that in mind, because that's going to be based on the contract that you have with your carrier. We don't know what that contract is. We have no way to circumvent that contract. So if you're texting people or messaging people or downloading apps or downloading the page, I don't care which one it is, if you're paying for those services, just keep in mind that you may incur a charge for that, even though you're not going to pay per card that you share or any of that stuff. Method 2, sharing videos and documents. This gets back into the basic thing. People want what they want when they want it. They've just become accustomed to that. Amazon's delivering it to people the same day or the next day. There's courier services that are delivering stuff the same day or the next day. They can get it when they want it. They're used to going to the internet and grabbing what they want when they want it. You want to be able to do exactly that and share exactly what they want when they want it. So you can see here I've got the Skinship, yours, Skinship 3 and yours is free videos right here. So if I'm talking to somebody about, this new DNA-based skincare, where we're getting away, we've completely eliminated the need to sell products to demographics, to like an aging population, and then having different products for the younger generations. We have one product line, and it's all based on your DNA. And by the way, you can get this for free. We've got this really great customer retention program where, if you share this with 3 people, you get it for free. You can share that video right with them. Here, let me send this right to your phone so you can watch it right now. And so I don't want to send them the card. I want to send them the video or the document. And so you can do that. This is, you can see the link, it actually gets exposed here, and you just copy and paste that link and send it and text it right to them. So when they click on the link, it brings them right to this video page. And then they can I do it right on their phone. I don't do it on my phone. I do it on their phone, because I want them to walk away with my video in their phone. So when they get home later and they bring up the Internet Explorer or their Explorer or whatever it happens to be on their phone, whether it's Safari or the Android app or on the Windows Explorer app, they're going to instantly see my video again. Or if they're thinking about it later, geez, I'd really like to get my skincare for free, but if I showed them that video on my phone, guess what? They don't have it. If it's on their phone, they can go back and they can watch it again and get all the details all over again. Method 3, share the opportunity. And all of our friend and our master business owner, Jerry Campese, actually came up with this one. It's really slick. And he goes straight for the opportunity. So method 3 is, kind of skip the whole product and presentation thing and go straight on to the opportunity. This is how he recommends. This is how he builds the business. This is your business. You can build it any way you choose, and that's the reason why I share 4 different methods. But if you're really big at building the opportunity, this is a great way to do it. I have a way to increase your business that you haven't thought about yet. And of course, now you've dared them, and so now they've got to say, really, what is it? And this is exactly what they say. They go, really, what is it? And you say, well, it's through your mobile phone. It's really hot, it's unique, and it's totally free, but I have to send it to your mobile phone because it's through your phone. What's your number? And then what he does is he actually sends them the card through, you text out the card to them. So this is a way, and once it's in their phone, at this point, you can explain to them, this is a totally mobile way to build your business. And you can send them to the video page if you want, or you can send them to the front page and then just show them that here's the link to my, Kibana business opportunity. Here's, the link to, the Q-Cash multiplier, here's the Q-Cash product. So you can, again, it's being built through their phone. You're sharing the opportunity in their phone. So when they walk away, they still have the opportunity. It's still in their phone. Method 4, and this is one of my favorites, because this situation probably comes up more often for the newer person, and this is basically sharing the product through the Q-Navigator. So, obviously, people like to share problems that they have, things that they need to solve, and this is a very easy way to share a product with Kibana or Kibana product for people that really aren't totally comfortable yet with what the products are and what every single one of the products do. So we see that all the time on the Facebook groups. People are posting, what happens if somebody has rosacea? What do I get them? What happens if somebody has Parkinson's? What do I get them? Once you get outside of somebody wants to lose weight or somebody has high blood pressure, those basic concerns, then it then becomes a little more difficult for the new person to know exactly what products to recommend. So they don't have to know. All they have to do is when the person mentions that they have a specific problem, you can then just click on either primary, secondary, or both, and then kind of fill in from the drop down exactly what the person's saying that they would like to improve. Now, of course, you can't say that this is going to cure anything. We don't cure anything. We can't diagnose anything, so we're not trying to diagnose their problem. So you got to kind of make it clear to them. We do it through disclaimers and things like that within the application, but at the same time, don't go out now and say, hey, I've got a cure for that, and say, here, let me send it to you, because that will get you in trouble. It will cause problems for the company. So what we're doing is we're actually looking to address a health concern. We're looking to help them to make it better, but we can't cure or diagnose anything at all. So, and then once they select from the drop down, then what will happen is it will actually bring up the products. They can then get all the details, the video, a profile, whatever we have on that product will be available to them all in one place. And the cool thing about the Navigator is you can now send them, just like you can send them to the video page, you can send them to this Navigator page. There's a button up here. You can't see it because it's up above, but you can just click on the share button, and you can then text them this page. And so whatever you have on this page for products will automatically be sent to them. Again, I don't show them the information on my phone. I send it to their phone. So when they walk away, now what I say to them is, I know you're probably really busy right now. Let me give you this, let me send you the information about this product. I know it helps people in the same situation that you're in. And this way you could kind of go off, and when you have time, you could take a look at, the details, the video, and there's a product profile here. If you would rather give the information to your medical provider, here's where you can actually get the product profile. that your doctor would be looking for or your healthcare provider would be looking for. So all of this is all in one page. It's really easy for somebody in a situational prospecting to share the share products. And also, I just put a little note here. If the person, if based on their request, more than one system comes up, it automatically shares the total health pack as well. So, you know, we kind of lead them down a path where if you're already buying 2 systems, you could save some extra money if you know, buy the 3rd system at the same time. So let me just cover some wrap-up tool features. Everyone gets your card. So if you share the video or you share the Navigator or you share a document, everybody still gets your card. So what they'll find is once they click on the menu, they can then go back to your card. So everybody gets all your basic contact information. Don't be worried about or feel that you have to share it from the card. As a matter of fact, you don't want to do that. You want to get them to the specific place where you're sharing the information. Because people want, again, I'm going to kind of hammer this home, people want what they want when they want it. If I send them to my card information, my contact information, and they were looking for the video, now they have to start clicking around. I don't want them to click around. I want to give them exactly what they were asking for. Let them click around after they see the information that they were actually looking for. Now they're on their time. People would rather do things on their time than on your time. So we want to make sure we make it very, very easy for them to do things on their time. And then if they want to, you know, get more information, they can do it on their time. This can be shared through messaging, you know, any messenger or email to any mobile or actually laptop, desktop. Because it's internet-based and not app-based, you can share it with any internet-enabled device on the planet. When any product or enrollment is completed through the card, don't forget Kivana, especially for the new people that are on this. Kivana handles all that for you. They pay you the commission. They handle the product delivery and the shipping, and all that stuff is handled through Kivana. So they collect the money. They then, you know, cut the commission to you. We get paid every Friday. They then ship the product directly to the customer. So all you're really doing is you're sharing the information either through the card or some other way. The customer then goes in and places the order, and then Kivana completes the transaction for you. Okay, this is just kind of some of the places that I've used the card. When you're in line at a grocery store or at a bank or any place where basically you're meeting people, it's very, very easy to jump into a conversation. People like to, you know, especially I'm in the South right now, people do like to are a little more open about talking and communicating and being friendly. So, you know, if you're in a situation where people are friendly, if you're in a networking event or a party or just someplace where you're around a lot of people. I do work on social media. This isn't something that's intuitive to everyone. I do targeted posts. You don't see a lot of information on my page about products, and you know, very rarely am I asking anybody to buy anything. I found that that's really very ineffective and very difficult to do. But it is easy to do targeted posts and to connect with people and get them looking at your posts and then asking you. Most people come in and ask me for more information about the product, or they ask me for more information about the card or about the opportunity. So those are the types of posts that you really want. You want to get comfortable making posts that create curiosity, so people have to then come back and ask you for what the rest of the information. I also use targeted leads. That's an advanced technique. So if you're new to the business, you may want to steer clear of targeted leads. It's not as easy and intuitive as it may sound. This is why we're going to be successful with MiCrd. This is not the opportunity, okay? It's a way for us to focus the attention. And the reason why I don't suggest using technology as an opportunity is because technology is quickly replaced. Products are not. It's easy to get somebody that's loyal to a product. It's very, very difficult to get somebody that's going to be loyal long-term to a technology. So that's why I steer clear of a technology. Just in the last 30 years, the number of different languages and technologies that I've had to learn and constantly grow on you know, it's mind-boggling, and it's kind of at that shifting point right now for me where technology has changed. So, but you know, I'm still using the same products that I've used, you know, for years. This is built based on, we build our business based on systems, and people buy products based on value. So just keep this in mind. You know, we always hear that analogy of, you know, the McDonald's system. People buy the burger because of the value, but the business is actually built based on systems. So, and we've kind of really gotten to a place in our, I mean, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit here, but we've really gotten to a place in our society where you can't replace so-so products with systems. So just keep that in mind. People are going to find out if you've got a so-so product, and even if you've got the most exciting opportunity in the world, we see this constantly. It could be hugely exciting today, but once they figure out that it's just a so-so product, then people are very, very fickle because it's very easy to track down that information. So you want people to kind of stick with the product based on the value. How do you get a free card? If you're in Kivana currently, you can get a free Kivana card, which is specifically designed for the Kivana business, and that's at www.MiCrd.com/Kivana launch. And you know, again, this is going to be recorded, so you can come back to this if you don't have it right now. If you're not a Kivana business owner, I would not suggest using that link because it is designed specifically for the Kivana business owner. But you can get a free card that's really designed, kind of a generic card that can be used for any business, and just go back to the Kivana business owner that brought you to this presentation, and they can show you on the bottom of their card, if you go to the main card all the way to the bottom, there's a link on the bottom of that where you can just get a free straight mobile business card. And there's no upsell, side deals, or limited time offers with MiCrd. It is truly a free business card. Again, this is technology. It's technology. I don't care what anybody says. It's a race to the bottom, and you're constantly trying to keep ahead of the competition. So we just made it free to start with, and it's going to always stay free. So look, I'm kind of staying within my time. I'm within 2 minutes of my time. Yay. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining me tonight on this webinar. Again, if somebody was not able to be on this webinar tonight, this was recorded. The recording will be posted either later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. You will get an email with the link in the email, and of course I will post it on my social sites so you can grab the link from there. Thank you everyone for attending tonight. Please give me as much feedback as possible. I will be still honing this presentation and making some changes and things for Rhode Island and for Orlando. And everyone who's going to be there, I really look forward to seeing you at those events. Have a great night and have a great, prosperous week.